Most of us spend our workdays dreaming about our free time, yet when it finally arrives, we end up scrolling mindlessly, feeling too exhausted to do anything meaningful. Life is astonishingly short. The average person lives just 30,000 days, yet we often let our precious time slip away into the digital void, living as though we have infinite time. Today, we're diving deep into the neuroscience of the dopamine trap, explaining exactly why our modern environment destroys our attention spans, and providing a step-by-step digital reset protocol to help you get your focus back.
The devices we rely on daily, such as our smartphones and laptops, are not just harmless tools. They act as energy vampires that quietly drain your evening potential. Constant digital distractions, social media, and busy work steal your attention away from the things that truly matter. But why is it so incredibly difficult to put the phone down? The answer lies in the neuroscience of habit loops. You do not inherently have bad habits. Rather, you have perfectly functioning habit loops that deliver terrible rewards. Every habit operates on a strict sequence: a cue, a routine, and a reward. For example, the cue might be seeing your phone or feeling a spike of stress. The routine is checking social media to get a quick dopamine hit. The reward is temporary comfort, which paradoxically often leaves you feeling even more stressed. Your brain does not care whether these habit loops help or hurt you. It simply runs the programmed neural pathways. In fact, the average person spends about 40% of their day completely on autopilot. When you constantly feed your brain the dopamine hit of social media, you are essentially feeding it junk food, which completely exhausts your cognitive reserves.
To understand why your focus shatters so easily, you must recognize how your brain processes energy. Your brain is essentially a biological supercomputer. It is roughly 60% fat, weighs about 3 pounds, and burns a staggering 20% of your daily calories just by thinking. Because it requires so much energy to function, your brain has a finite amount of decision-making power each day. Every time you make a choice, what to click, what to watch, what to scroll past, you suffer from decision fatigue. Successful people understand this limitation, which is why they often wear the same clothes or eat the same breakfast to save their cognitive energy for decisions that actually matter. When you try to break the dopamine trap using sheer willpower, you are destined to fail. Willpower is not a magical infinite force. It is like a physical muscle that gets tired with repeated use. By the time evening arrives, your decision-making muscles are literally exhausted. Furthermore, scientists have found that the neural pathways associated with your habits are permanent highways in your brain. You cannot simply delete a habit. You can only replace the routine associated with it. Because willpower is unreliable and habit loops are permanent, you must proactively design your environment to make good choices automatic. This step-by-step protocol will help you bypass the dopamine trap and reclaim your attention. Step 1. Implement screen life separation tactics. You need to create physical barriers between yourself and your screens to build a fortress around your peace and focus. Start small. Keep your phone charger in the kitchen rather than next to your bed. Store your laptop in a drawer when you are done working, and use a real alarm clock instead of relying on your phone. Technology should serve your life, not steal it. Step 2. Practice app mortality. To reduce the digital noise competing for your attention, try an unconventional strategy called app mortality. Every evening, challenge yourself to delete just one app from your phone. People often worry they might need it tomorrow, but 90% of the time, you will not even remember which app you deleted. If you truly need it, you can always reinstall it. But the goal is to choose just 3 essential apps for your evening and completely ignore the rest. Step 3. Upgrade your habit loops. Since you cannot delete the urge to reach for your phone, you must keep the cue and the reward, but consciously upgrade the routine. If your cue is stress, instead of the routine of checking social media for a dopamine hit, try doing push-ups or taking a quick walk. You will get the same stress relief and brain stimulation, but with a significantly better outcome for your body and mind. Step 4. Establish digital sunset protocols and the analog hour. Your brain's biology is deeply tied to light, and it And it does not distinguish between the artificial light of digital screens and natural sunlight. Staring at screens until midnight tricks your brain into thinking it is high noon, completely disrupting your natural energy rhythms. Implement an analog hour, where your devices go to sleep exactly 1 hour before you do. Do not just turn them off, physically place them in a different room, so your bedroom remains an amazing sanctuary rather than a satellite office. This is absolutely crucial because while you sleep, your brain runs a nightly cleaning crew. During deep sleep, your brain cells physically shrink, opening up channels for cerebral spinal fluid to wash through your brain tissue and clear out metabolic waste and toxins that built up during the day. Without this nightly reset, which is easily ruined by late-night scrolling, you will wake up with a cluttered mind, making focus nearly impossible. Step 5. The 2-minute reset and the 2-list strategy. To maintain focus throughout the day, use the 2-minute reset. Every time you switch tasks, take exactly 2 minutes to clear your desk, adjust the lighting, or physically reset your space. This acts as a psychological trigger that tells your brain to transition effectively. Additionally, apply the 2-list strategy to ensure you are focusing on the right things. Write down everything you want to achieve, circle the top 3 items, and aggressively place everything else on an avoid list. Knowing what not to do is far more valuable than knowing what to do.
When you finally escape the dopamine trap, you begin to alter your perception of time itself. When your brain is stuck in the repetitive comfort zone of endless scrolling, days blur together because your brain stops recording new experiences, leading to time blindness. By breaking these digital routines and engaging in meaningful tasks, time actually begins to expand again. Remember the 80-20 life principle. 20% of your habits create 80% of your problems, but 20% of your focus tasks will produce 80% of your value. If you apply this digital reset protocol consistently, the results will be exponential. A 1% daily improvement compounds into a 3,778% improvement over a single year. Success is not a sprint. It is compound interest for your life. Your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. The dopamine trap relies on your biological hardwiring, but you now have the blueprint to dismantle it. Stop trying to fight your phone with willpower. Instead, upgrade your habit loops, enforce your digital sunsets, and build an environment that makes deep focus your default state. Start small. Pick one idea that resonated with you today. Test it and make it yours. The best time to start living fully and reclaiming your focus isn't someday. It is today.